everyone. So today we will discuss about good life. So what is good life for you? What is good life? So let's talk about what is good life as perceived by the different schools of thoughts. So today we're gonna tackle about Aristotle and good life. Aristotle is the also first thinker who dabbled into the complex of problemization of the end goal of life is happiness. So we are human. Every human, the end of our goal is to make us happy. So all of us, I think all of us is going to be happy, and the goal of our life or our purpose to have a good life is to be happy. So Aristotle also provided there is no reality over the above what the senses can perceive, or it is said that all we can see or all we hear, all we sense, touch, feel, hear is the reality. And as such, it is only by observation external world cannot truly understand what it's really all about. So let's take a look at the picture. So this can be like as a human. Aristotle says that every human person aspires for the end. This end is happiness or human flourishing. As one, no one resists happiness because all want to be happy. So all people want to be happy, and it is we can deny that uh, every people needs or want to be happy. So like the picture shows that seed becomes can germinates and grows into a plant. So it says that uh, we can we can find happiness in the end of our goal, or the answers, or if we find answers of our questions. And that's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Idiling Sanoy from BTLE1B and my report is all about materialism. The atomists in ancient Greece lead a school whose primary belief is that the world is made up of and is controlled by tiny invisible units called atomos or seeds. There is no need to posit immaterial entitles as sources of purposes. Atomos simply comes together randomly to form the things in the world. We see this at work with the most people who are clinging onto material wealth as the primary source of the meaning of their existence. So, materialism is a form of philosophical monism which hold that matter to be the fundamental substance in nature, and all things including mental states and consciousness are result of material interaction. Materialism is closely related to physicalism, the view that all that exists is ultimate physical, although modern materialism appeared as a system first in France, yet England was the classic and materialistic modes of that here the ground had already been prepared by Roger Bacon of Verulam, who lacked almost nothing but a little more consistency and clearness in order to be materialist, was only the man of his and nation. The habit, the most consequent of the modern materialist, is at least as much bendable to English tradition as example and precedents of Gaz under.
Hello everyone, I am Muhajir M. Kamal from BTLE1B. My report is all about hedonism. The hedonists say the end of goal of life and acquiring pleasure. Pleasure has always been the priority of hedonists. For them, life is obtaining and indulging in pleasure because life is limited. They believe that pleasure gives meaning to their life without thinking of the future. The matter of this school of thought is the famous eat, drink, and marry, for tomorrow we will die. Hedonism is a philosophical belief that places pleasure and happiness as the highest good in life. It suggests that the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain are the primary motivation for human behavior. Hedonists believe that pleasure and happiness shall be the ultimate goals in life and that all actions shall be evaluated based on their ability to maximize pleasure and minimize pain. There are different forms of hedonism. The number one form of hedonism is ethical. Ethical hedonism states that pleasure and happiness are the only intrinsic values and that all other values are derived from them. And number two, psychological hedonism suggests that humans are naturally driven by the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain. The example of hedonism. A hedonistic lifestyle is one of pleasure seeking. For example, someone who does drugs and has reckless sex without care for the harm done to others but only aiming for their own pleasure could be seen as having hedonistic lifestyle. And the meaning of hedonism. Hedonism is the belief that pleasure or the absence of pain is the most important principle is determining the morality of potential course of action. Pleasure can be things like sex, drug, and rock and roll, but it can also include any intrinsically valuable experience.
So good day everyone. So I am the one who will report the Stoicism under the good life. So another school of thought led by Epirus, or another theory about a kind of people which is the Stoicism. So the Stoicism emphasized the importance of living in harmony with the natural order of the universe and accepting the things that are beyond our control. So the Stoicists believe that all things in this world is under our control. Stoicists believe that internal circumstances such as wealth or fame or the social status are indifferent and do not determine persons' true happiness. Instead, they focus on developing inner virtues such as courage, justice, wisdom, and self-control. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of living in accordance with the reason and accepting the natural cycles of life, including the death. They believe that by recognizing the impermanence of all things and accepting the inevitability of death, one could free themselves from fear and anxiety. So, in summary, the Stoicists believe that they can do all things without depending on others or without help, without the help of others, because the Stoicists believe that they can do all things by their own.
Mysticism. Most people find the meaning of their lives. It is also the witness on how people base in their life goals and belief that hang on some form of supernatural called heaven. For this statement, mysticism they believe that heaven, the reality they call supernatural. What every believer must never forget. Always remember that God and God alone. So all of us, if we're alone, always remember that God is always there for us.
Hello everyone, I'm Aldrin Makalipat Landunan from BT Lead 1B. My topic is all about humanism. Humanism is a Renaissance cultural movement that prioritizes human values, common needs, and rational problem solving. Critics argue it overlooks the individual's an integrated nature and emphasize the rational self. A shift from medieval scholasticism and a revival of ancient Greek and Roman thought. And humanism is for humanists. There is no single ultimate meaning of life. Instead, it's up to us, to make us our own lives meaningful. Their beliefs we shall be free to decide how we live as long as we do not cause harm to others. Seeking happiness and supporting others to do the same. Humanism was an important philosophy that helped ignite the curiosity and desire for knowledge that lead to the beginning of the Renaissance. Humanism transformed education and rejuvenate the world of ideas and art. And this is an example of humanism. Everything from being kind to a stranger to scuba diving could be humanistic behavior if the motivation is a desire to live good, authentic, and meaningfully life.